Good afternoon, Sarah. How are you feeling today? Or what can I help you with today?
Hi, Mr. Ming. I just came in today because I just wanted to discuss lately how I've been feeling in life, I guess. Um, some things I've been just fixated on was just feeling really stuck in life. Um, for example, I feel like, I'm just kind of going through the rat race right now, like working so hard, my 9 to 5, but sometimes I feel like it doesn't matter. Like, no matter how much I work, I just feel like I can't catch up with whatever I'm doing. And when I wake up every day, it feels like, something just doesn't change. Like, some things just feel like I just feel stuck, you know?
Okay. Um, it sounds like you're feeling unfulfilled and questioning whether your efforts align with what truly matters to you in life. So let me ask you, when you mentioned to me about your work, so what do you do for work?
So, I'm in a crisis, I work at a crisis facility, and I basically deal with um, adults that have like disability and they don't have like a place to go, and we host them at our facility 24/7. But keep in mind, these individuals sometimes they have um, relations to like drug abuse, and also come from different backgrounds that may have caused them to mentally, I guess you could say, they can have like extreme behaviors. And we also have to use non-crisis um, interventions to help de-escalate their behaviors.
Okay, so when you mentioned about a lot about crisis, like, is there a lot that goes through your mind when you think about the word crisis?
Yeah, it just feels like, you're going through a hard time in life. Like, I think everybody goes through that, and even me myself, I feel like I'm stuck in that loop.
um, okay, that's okay. When we think about that, I felt like it's perfectly natural to feel um, uncertain sometimes in life. Um, Maybe especially when you're dealing with so much on your plate already. It sounds like you are where you're working at. Um, Sometimes it's the maybe the uncertainty that we start to uncover what's most important on life's journey. Okay, so you've shown incredible courage by being here today with me already, and sharing your feelings with me. I know sometimes it's not easy to open up about some of your personal issues, and this shows me you're ready to make meaningful changes, even when it feels kind of overwhelming for you right now. Is that correct?
Yes, thank you. I've been holding onto this for a long period of time and wasn't really ready to talk about it even. But I just know I needed to start somewhere, and I appreciate you listening.
Okay, so let's kind of go back to maybe your workplace. Do you have like any long term goals that you want to do for Crisis, or what do you want in life? Let me ask you that, or like what do you want to do in the next 5 years?
Honestly, I felt really burnt out from this job just because I feel like it's not like a safe place for me to work there for so long, especially since I want to start a family, and I don't want things to like be too stressful on myself and burn myself out. So I don't really see myself there for the next 5 years, but it's even more scary that I have to think about that because right now that's like the only place that's providing for me and my family, you know. And I don't know, it's like a part of me wants to let go of that job, but the second part of me is saying I have to stick through it with it and just keep working because it's paying for my bills, but it's not bringing me really any much of a purpose other than the fact that I feel like I'm just there now to just pay for my bills.
Okay. Okay. So the job kind of sounds like like it's stable for you, right?
Yeah, it pays well.
So what I see is it's something you don't plan on doing like long term, right? So when like what do you want to do long term? Like or do you or have you not really processed that or thought about that part yet?
Well, long term, I really want to open up maybe like a business one day. I want to just go back into maybe like doing something creative, like opening up like my own personal jewelry shop or something. But I just feel like it's just like crazy, like it's like a stupid dream, you know? It's like a pipe dream I've had. And I just feel like I don't know if I'll ever get there because I just feel like nobody would support me if I was to start my own business.
So let's put it this way. Um, if you were to like say, if you woke up and there was like a miracle, that would be like your one of your dream things, right? Owning up a shop and a jewelry business, right? And all your worries and all your pains will go away. All your stress will go away, right?
Mm, yeah, something like that.
Okay, so um, I want to be quite honest with you. There's no quick fix for that, for what you're experiencing, right? But I truly believe we can work through this together, by reflecting on our your values and goals. I think we can find clarity and a path forward for your success.
Okay, well, thank you. I guess I just, part of me was hoping for like an easy answer, but like deep down, I do know this is like something that would take time. I just really don't know where to start.
Okay, so um, I'm gonna give you like a scale, right, from 1 to 10. Um, 10 meaning that like you're at a you're at a really good spot in life, and then five like kind of there, right, and then one being like the worst, right? So when we mention a lot about your overall life and like where you're at right now, where do you believe you're at?
Like maybe out of four.
And then if we were able to bring it up like maybe three steps before a four, so maybe like go from a 4 to 7. How would that look like to you?
Um, well, first of all, it would be, I don't know. I mean, everything financially just stresses me out, but like, what do you mean by that? Like, from 4 to 7, like, what can I do to get there? Or,
Yeah. So like let's say, how do you think you could reach from a 4 to 7, like work wise or life wise, or like let's say, what do you like to do for fun, or what do you like to maybe de-stress yourself, or you know make yourself prevent yourself from being at a 4 and being at a 7, you know
well, like I said, my hobby is like being creative. So, I like to make jewelry, and I wish I had more time for that. Um, so for it to be from like a 4 to 7, it was just probably cutting back down like overtime, or picking up so many shifts for my job, having more time for myself, and maybe really, I guess, getting to know what it feels like to open a business, finding a mentor, maybe someone who's done it, um, reaching out to those who have successfully like built like their business from the bottom up or something. I don't know.
Okay. So, um, when let's talk a little bit more about your creativity. So you like art or um, what do you like to do like hobby wise to maybe de stress yourself and let's get away from work for a bit. Um, so what do you like to do out of work to make yourself feel like you're not so stressed about bills or anything?
I also like to play like guitar. I really like music. I feel like that's a really big distress for me. Just like listening to like calming music or like getting back into playing guitar is something that is a far reach from what I used to do a long time ago, like back in high school maybe. But I would love to get back to that someday. And I don't know. I guess that's part of one of the other stressors. I mean, stress relievers for me.
Yeah, so I bring that up because I want to bring more meaning to your life overall. You know, it's just not everything's about work and stress and having to worry about bills all the time. Because maybe what if one day you pick up the guitar again and you find hobby in that or you find more life to that and it makes you kind of think about maybe one day you'll get to that jewelry business that you mentioned and you're able to pick up that guitar.
Hmm. Yeah, I really hope that's true. Right now, it's just hard to see a way out, but knowing that others have gone through this gives me a little bit of hope. Like, I really do hope that, things change and I don't want to feel like this way forever.
I understand that everyone goes through their own battles. I believe you have the strength and the uh, but I believe everyone goes through their own battles and I believe you could do it and you had the success to do it. So maybe let's think about some of these moments where you felt deeply satisfied or purposeful, whether it's out of work or elsewhere. What comes to your mind when you felt like you were satisfied or um, you had a purpose in life?
Um, I'm sorry, can you repeat that question?
So I was saying maybe what's something that um, you had purpose or like you felt satisfied or or something that you overcame, where you felt that you were you had a purpose or it was purposeful, whether it was at work or somewhere else in your life, and what comes to your mind in the past?
Mm, let me think about it. Like, you're saying, like, when was the last time I felt something purposeful I've done, like at my workplace? Or,
Yeah, so it could be like maybe something that you felt where um, in the back of your mind, and you could think about it where you feel like you overcame something that was it meant something to you.
there was like a new project for our work last year where I felt like I was really making a difference. It involved mentoring those who were less fortunate, and it just reminded me why I got into this field in the first place. The community came together and we helped those that were in crisis, and it just felt like you know. I felt like a really good feeling just being able to be like I was making a difference in the community. But I feel like I don't know. I don't know if I'm just I don't know if it's like the change of management or if it's the change of like just the work environment and the high turnover rate that it just feels like it's been different, but it just feels like going to work hasn't been the same.
Okay, so let's revisit that for a bit. When you told me you went for crisis, I understand that you play a big role in that, right? And that sounds pretty impactful. So let's revisit that moment in more detail later. So it'll give us more clues about what's most important to you in your life. And I kind of want to bring something back about your workplace when you kind of mentioned to me about what you do in life and all that. So maybe your workplace has maybe kind of been burning you out, and it often raises when there is a disconnect between your core values and your daily activities. And like maybe you were telling me about jewelry and you create jewelry and a guitar, and you kind of have a disconnect, but maybe identifying what truly matters to you and maybe reflecting on how your time is spent could, I told you, it could offer more valuable insights. And maybe we could work on trying some exercise to explore this in maybe our future conversation.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I would feel like there is a big disconnect. I just like myself and who I used to be. And now I just feel like lately I'm just going through the motions and it's exhausting. Um, yeah, I'd definitely be open to trying that exercise. I think it could help me understand like what's really missing.
So you kind of told me that um, work, you're feeling that doesn't work doesn't well, you kind of mentioned to me that work doesn't really matter to you, right? um,
Not that it doesn't matter to me, but just feel like it hasn't been the same.
okay, so can we explore what leads you to feel that way?
I just feel like before we did a lot of things for the community and the people, and I feel like it just made it seem like it was more like for that person, like person centered. But now I just feel like when I go into work, it doesn't feel like we do anything that's impactful for them, like my clients. Like I just feel like we lost track of what we were doing, and there's like no structure, there's like no control in any of that. And I feel frustrated because it's like I want things to change, but I don't know how to even implement that when it's like the managers are not doing anything to change it.
Okay, so how about we kind of discuss about your own self, because you kind of mentioned to me earlier that last year uh, you led a project that felt meaningful in your place, right? And you were a big part of that. So, what made that experience different from your current feelings now?
Well, that experience was like we were there for the clients, you know. If they wanted to, um, like for example, if they wanted to go to Disneyland and they never been to Disneyland, like our goal is to make sure that we hear them and we put their goals and wishes like into a project, and then we could work towards that goal for them. And by the end of the year, we can take them to Disneyland. But I mean, the difference now is just feels like it just feels like the day to day with the clients have seemed mundane. It's like it's boring. We don't have like a goal. There's like nothing we're really working towards for. It's just kind of like you clock in and you just kind of manage, their behaviors. And there's nothing that can kind of give them guidance to have something to look forward to, and it just sucks.
Okay. So that sounds like a powerful insight. Um, Maybe we can explore ways to bring more of that into your current role right now, or maybe we could look for opportunities that align better with those values and the values that you bring to your workplace. So as we come to close to this discussion and this session, did you feel like less stress, or do you feel more comfortable, or do you feel more do you feel more like you align more with your values and your goals now, or
Um, yeah, I think I was able to kind of vent a little bit about how I've been feeling, and also just realizing that there has been a huge disconnect with like my personal self and wanting to align myself with better, I guess, opportunities that align with my values, and maybe perhaps looking elsewhere even for a current position that could give me more time, and hopefully to also feel more like a purpose, or just a purpose, where I'm at.
yeah? So I just want to thank you for being here with me, and being able to hear you and how you're feeling. I'm here with you on this journey, and I'll see you on the next session. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vane.